Since 1926, a sound has been missing in Yellowstone, a sound that has been heard here for thousands of years before. The howl of the wolf has been absent in this, the world's first national park, for nearly 70 years. On January 12, 1995, it was heard again as a horse trailer carrying Canadian wolves passed through the gate into Yellowstone's northwest entrance.
They're still moving. Gone again behind the ridge.
And now, another sound is heard in the valley, the sound of thousands of tourists who come to see and hear the wolf.
It would just be the thrill of a lifetime for me to see a wolf.
To me, it's fantastic. You look around here, and at one point, this is what a lot of North America and Europe looked like.
We don't win a lot of wildlife battles anymore, you know. We lose far more than we win, and here's one that you can kind of chalk up as a victory. Wolves are back where they belong.
Do you have wolves and grizzlies in your country?
No, I haven't.
So if you were to see bears or wolves, this would be your chance to see it.
I've seen bears, I have seen, but I have not seen a wolf. I hope to see it this evening.
The wolf sightings are an unexpected surprise to park officials. They only hoped the wolves would survive and hoped the visitors would catch a glimpse.
People just literally jumping up with joy. They're hugging each other. They're crying.
Rick McIntyre shows people how to look for wolves. He guesses more than 2,000 visitors have seen them. For each, a dramatic experience.
Always said if I just get to hear them, I'll be happy, but this is beyond my expectations.
I just had goosebumps. I've been dying to see this, and it's an experience that I'll never forget.
Penny Preston, 11 News.
Something that I'll be able to relate with children.
A group of elk grazes beside a swollen river in the Lamar Valley. A calf stays nearby. A bull moose browses in the thick undergrowth that flourishes beneath the burned skeletons of the 1988 forest fire. Biologists say that very fire has helped swell the herds by providing more ground cover to eat. They estimate 100,000 grazing animals fill the park now.
There's a lot out there for those wolves to eat. There's good numbers of elk, there's good numbers of bison. I think the wolves see this as a great place to call home, and they're staying put.
Research shows wolves strengthen their prey populations by taking easy targets, like this old crippled bison. The wolves spot him and quickly close in. The man who tracks these collared wolves by radio signal feels they belong.
They were a part of this land for thousands of years, and in a blink of an eye, we came in and removed them. And it had an effect. I don't think we completely understand the effect, but surely it existed.
So the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service trapped 3 packs of wolves in Canada and brought them to Yellowstone in January. They are the Rose Creek Pack, the Soda Butte Pack, and the Crystal Creek Pack. The Crystal Creek family, an alpha male, female, and 4 yearling pups are the most often seen. When the wolves appear, a life and death drama unfolds. A park visitor's video captures one such drama. As the pack approaches, a single calf runs and falls to the ground.
She's kind of playing with fire there. I think she thinks she's dealing with big coyotes. They may just bring her down.
The cow tries to defend her calf, but one wolf manages to drag it away. There are wolves in other national parks, but none ever as visible as the Yellowstone wolves are now. Penny Preston, 11 News. It is perhaps the most famous and one of the most popular national parks in the world. 3 million people come here every year to see the natural wonders and wildlife. But this park almost died for lack of public support. When Congress established Yellowstone as the nation's and the world's first national park in 1872, it wasn't a very popular idea. Sport hunters slaughtered the park's animals by the thousands. Locals set forest fires, and even Congress got fed up and cut the park's funding. Finally, the Secretary of the Interior called in the Army to protect the park. They were the park's first rangers, and they were housed in these barracks behind me. They were here to protect the park and its wildlife, but not all of its wildlife. In fact, they killed the wolves and coyotes and mountain lions, anything that threatened the park's game animals. Soldiers and later park rangers trapped, poisoned, and shot wolves. It was park policy. A 1918 park report stated, These animals have done much damage to other game, and for that reason, much pains have been taken to hunt them down and trap them. Hundreds of wolves were slaughtered, most of them pups. It was actually part of a national effort to exterminate the wolf, an effort that was successful in the lower 48 United States. The last documented kill in Yellowstone was in 1926. The most recent wolf kill outside the park, April 1995. More on that next. Penny Preston, 11 News.
In the same category. They're dangerous to our livestock and dangerous to the industry.
Senator Ray Powers is a rancher who, like many ranchers near Yellowstone, says wolves are not welcome.
A wolf is like a pack of dogs. They get on to a cow or a calf and they're hungry. They're going to kill it.
Powers says the only way to protect ranchers' livestock is to put a fence around public lands that hold wolves. Although a private fund pays ranchers for livestock killed by wolves, Powers says that's too much bureaucracy.
The local people should be able to eradicate them if they start to cause a problem.
It is a local to Yellowstone who's accused of shooting one of the wolves outside the park last April. Since the wolf wasn't preying on livestock when it was killed, Chad Kirch McKittrick is charged with a misdemeanor and goes to trial October 3rd. This is the pelt of a Canadian wolf. He weighed about 85 pounds. The alpha male that was killed just outside this park weighed 120 pounds, almost a third larger than this wolf. And his pups will roam this park someday.
You don't know who's
When the alpha male's carcass was discovered, his mate and 8 pups were found nearby. The alpha female was drugged, and the family was moved inside one of the original holding pens in May. In June, another wolf pup was discovered in the wild. The Park Service realizes the survival of the wolves depends more on the people who live near Yellowstone than these pups. Ironically, biologists like Mike Phillips agree with ranchers like Powers. They feel local control is the answer.
Sometimes wolves are going to cause problems, and those problems need to be rectified. That's fine. That's just the way it is. If we can develop that local ownership, wolf restoration is sure to succeed.
Penny Preston, 11 News.